Welcome to my channel to everyone who's new here and of course those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of XRP, Dogecoin, Solana and Cardano. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap taker fees, then I can recommend you the crypto exchange mexc, which has a similar trading volume to Bitget, Bybit and OKX, but as you can see, I already highlighted you it here. The taker fees are far much lower than on the other top crypto exchanges. And on top of that, you can get an additional 20% discount if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. Also, 100 pers, 0 fees just on mexc, and here you have a huge list of popular altcoins which you can trade without any fees. So let's get to XRP. I think we have done a great job with XRP and with the other altcoins as well, because we have predicted this whole downtrend pretty good. We had here the red trend line. We have said if we break it to the downside, sustainable. We got here the first sign of weakness, but the retest failed. Afterwards, we got here the breakout with the retest, short. First take profit, $2.36. Then we have tracked a bear flag, which also broke to the downside. Take profit, $2.29. Can make this $2.29 support a bit longer, and then you can see we already hit it. So, what now? I think that if we look into the RSI, most altcoins, I think even every altcoin has a bullish divergence. Maybe not SUI, but we will talk about that in the next video. So what is a bullish divergence in the RSI? We have here higher lows in the RSI, but on the chart we have lower lows. That's a bullish divergence. I would just explain the bullish divergence with XRP, then we will move on. So basically this bullish divergence is worth nothing if we don't break anything to the upside. So we have to break something to the upside. What do I see now? I see the first bullish pattern. Since a while we didn't get any bullish patterns. We have always created bearish patterns. Now I have found here in orange this falling wedge. If the falling wedge breaks to the upside, it would be positive, but I have here an old support trend line, which was resistance here. So if the falling wedge breaks to the upside, yeah, it's currently here the cross at $2.35. I would also wait for the $2.35 breaking to the upside. Afterwards I can say positive breakout. After that we have to break the $2.38 to the upside, and then I think we can target the $2.47 for XRP. So that's the case if we break out in the next hour. I don't think that we are going to make it. So if we get something, yeah, let's imagine we get something like this, another consolidation. If we then break the falling wedge to the upside, then I won't jump into a long trade, because we have here resistance. We can get rejected and get back to $2.29 and even break it to the downside. And then I don't want to be in long trade. So I would wait for the bright blue trend line breaking to the upside, hopefully with a nice retest, so it's easier to trade and safer to trade, and afterwards the follow through. So what if we lose support? If we lose the $2.29, then I think we can drop to $2.25. If we also lose it, then we can take the target of this old double top pattern. This is the $2.19. I will also put you here a price mark so you can see it. So let's move on. Dogecoin. Dogecoin also. Here isn't a bullish divergence or lower lows in the chart. Yeah, we built up one. So bullish divergence also for Dogecoin ongoing, but we need to wait for the 21.88 cents. I even have to move this price mark. So 21.9 cents. If we break it to the upside, which is also the center line of the bull flag, then I think we can get up to 22.6 cents, which is a resistance trend line coming from up here, connecting with the tops here. We have 3 touch points, so this resistance is valid. If we break it also to the upside, which is currently the 22.7 cents, but for sure this is an downtrend line, so if we break it to the upside later, the price is also going to move. Then we can get into the top area of the bull flag. If we break the bull flag to the upside, which is currently the 23.6 cents, then I'm very positive for Dogecoin, and I think that we are going to go for a new top for Dogecoin. In my view, we will still be bullish as long as we hold the 20.22 cents in this area here. As long as we hold it, we can still expect a push to the upside. So what about Solana? For Solana, we have predicted this selling very good. We had here in bright blue, we have 2 bright blue patterns, so basically I mean this one here. This is the rising wedge. We broke it to the downside with the retest. I can take this one out. And we have set 166 US dollar first take profit because we have their support. We already got support. We dropped to 166.66 US dollar. We got a small push to the upside, but we fished the stop losses. That's what I have told you with that circle here, that we have built up liquidity in that area. Stop losses are there as well. We are going to fish them, and we got it. So for now, we have built up. Let me take this one out first because we hit the target of that as well. So for now, what do I think? I think we have a bearish pattern, which is currently in a retest, and we have a bullish pattern which didn't break to the upside yet. So basically the whole structure at the moment looks bearish to me. We will start with the bearish one because we already broke it to the downside and are currently in a retest. So this here, rectangle. We already broke it here to the downside, but the retest failed. We broke it here again to the downside and we got the retest. So if we break again over the $166.66, I will put you also here the price mark, it would be positive, but I would wait for the falling wedge breaking to the upside, which is currently the 168 US dollar. If we break the 168 US dollar to the upside, it would be positive, but for a trade, I would wait for the 170 US dollar. That's why I will make this trend line green for long. And then I think we can go up to 174 US dollar. If we also break it to the upside, then 180 US dollar is going to get my personal target. For sure, we can also break it to the upside, but I would be careful with the 180 US dollar because we have already got the rejected twice in that area. We broke it once to the upside and got a retest once as well. So there I would be careful because afterwards this can also be a head and shoulders formatation, which afterwards breaks to the downside. Yeah, and then I don't want to be in FOMO long position just because we are near to the 180 US dollar. There I would be careful. If we take the 180 US dollar to the upside sustainable, then I would be positive for Solana and we can even go for higher prices. So, I personally don't want to see the 164 US dollar breaking to the downside. If yes, then we have here fair value gaps which should get closed. Would be still okay because the bullish pattern is still then ongoing. Cardano, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what did I mean with my drawing here? Yesterday I have said that if we break the white trend line here to the downside, which we did right here, we got the retest of the trend line and the follow through. We should drop into the box. We dropped into that box. Yeah, almost. We almost dropped into that box. So afterwards, I have said that we are going to get a bounce there into the falling wedge in purple. Can make this one longer. So this was the plan, that we bounce there and get into a resistance. This what I drew here just happened a bit earlier, like this. So basically everything is fine at the moment. Now we have to see, and that's what I also have said yesterday. Now we have to see, are we going to hold a higher low soon? If we break here to the upside, get the retest, then we have a higher low. Here's a low, here's a higher low. Then we can expect a push to the upside. But if we take out now the 72.5659 cents, I will put you here the price mark, then it would be negative. Because we have two ongoing bearish chart patterns which both direct us into the area 68.4 cents to 69.7 cents, where we have a fair value gap. We have here the rising wedge in bright blue. I have taken here the spread of that rising wedge. I have also had a mid-range target, but we already hit it. Usually we take it to our breakout point. I personally like to put it to the retest, but we have retested it twice. So basically I put that target to the top of the second retest. Here we have also set, okay, I missed it, but here is an head and shoulders formatation, which broke to the downside. Both are heading into the circle area 68.5 cents to 69.6 cents. So if we lose the 72.6 cents, then I think we can get into that fair value gap area. And we have to see how long it's going to take, because we can drop down into that area and be even in a bullish pattern. If I make it longer, then you will see that over the weekend it might be possible that we are probably getting something like this, then get into the fair value gap and afterwards break to the upside. So let's see what Cardano is going to do. The first breakout of that falling wedge is going to be the 77.15 cents, but for sure this is going to move depending on when we are going to break to the upside. I would be even more positive if we break the horizontal resistance at 78.58 cents. If we get here a nice breakout with a nice retest, with a follow through, then I think 84.8 cents might be our target for Cardano. I will also take here the target of that falling wedge, put it to our breakout point, and you can see that it is close to 84.83 cents, but this is also going to move depending on when we are going to break out. So if we are going to break out later, which I think should happen, we shouldn't break it within the next hour, but if we break it, for example, tomorrow to the upside, then you can see the target of that falling wedge is also going to be the resistance here at 84.8 cents. So that's it. Thank you for watching. And if you also want to see an analyst to render ONDO, SUI and HBAR, then I have another video up on my channel. See you.